All right, greetings and salutations to everybody out there in YouTube land. I am your host once again, Dan Thornton, and the Detroit Lions just got massive news. Let me tell you, I had to try to check and see if it was even legitimate, and this isn't even what I was going on air with when this all hit. Quite literally, I want to give credit to where credit's due. Professor Steele, Kurt Steele, got this over to me, and I jumped on it as soon as I could. Ian Rappaport, you guys all know him, and he just put this out literally 3-4 minutes ago. The Lions offensive line just got a lot better as one of the game's greatest will return. Center Frank Ragnow is returning. Sound like he's in shape and ready to roll sooner rather than later. I've tried everything I can do to confirm this, but let me tell you, as you're seeing on the screen, I'm trying to make this all get out there and get back to things while talking to you guys. And again, this isn't even what I was going to go on air with. But man, when something like this hits, you guys I got a scramble drill. I'm trying to get it over to you guys as quick as possible. But Ian Rappaport, is there any question about his legitimacy as a reporter? We've got it right here. We've got Hutch Jr., who's going to join us momentarily. I do have to tell him this, and is Kurt Steele telling me this is not a drill. Come on air. I think all Lions fans everywhere would get. This would change the Detroit Lions season, their offensive line, the whole shebang, 1,000%. There's been a lot of speculation for some time. Could Frank Ragnow return if the Lions were pushing into late in the season? Did he just simply need, time to get his body right, etc.? It does appear that may have been the case. That, yes, Frank Ragnow, the all-world, all-center performer for the Detroit Lions, the center position, he is back and on the attack, and I think we can all safely say Detroit Lions offensive line, everything you see go down with it, everything you've seen Minnesota take advantage of and other teams take advantage of it, that might be a thing to pass sooner versus later. We're going to have Hutch Jr., we're going to have Professor Steele join us, we're going to have everybody join us that we can possibly get on the air here. Hutch Jr., this isn't even what I was going to break some news on, but let's dive into this first. What do you have to say about Frank the Tank Ragnow is back once again for your Detroit Lions?
Lord, I don't know what we did to deserve this as Lions fans, but thank you. This is like Calvin Johnson or Barry Sanders coming out of retirement for the Lions. Like, our O-line needs some help. What better guy? I don't know what they paid Frank Ragnow. I don't care if they gave this guy $50 million to come out of retirement. This is the best news you can have. Now, Graham, I know, is probably beat up. I don't know what they said to this guy, but now Ragnow is going to be your center. This kind of gives you wiggle room with what you want to do with Graham. Frazier's coming back. Yeah, when you sent it to me, I was like, what? No, this can't be real. And then it broke no more than, and I was like, I basically called all my Lions friends and was like, hey, I think the Super Bowl is back, boys.
The Lions have a big game tomorrow, and I don't know, for those who are going to ask, I don't know if he's going to play tomorrow. I have no idea if he's repped for the last week or so. I'm going to assume he's going to need at least a week to get back up to speed. Where is he as an individual? Did that shoulder the pec fully heal? Did the toes heal? I don't know. I am in scramble drill mode trying to get this over to you guys. But this is for real. If you trust Ian Rappaport, if you trust, all those over at the NFL insiders, then you have to believe this is legitimate. It's not just one tweet with them. It is several tweets from them. And I got to check in real quick on Professor Steele. Let's see, sent. All right, let me, I have to send him a new link. Sorry about this guy again. Sorry about it, everybody. I'm in scramble drill mode trying to get this all done, taken care of. And yes, I'm making mistakes as I'm doing it, but you know what? Hey, I do what I can to try to make this as entertaining for you guys as possible. All right, let me send this Professor Steele. If you're in the comment section, I'm sending a new link now. Let me know if you get it. If you don't, you know what? Hey, I'll be in the scramble drill even more. How big of a win is this, Hutch Jr., for the Detroit Lions offensive line? That, let's be fair, has had some struggles interiorly getting back an all-world center. What are your expectations?
We are going to be, listen, I was talking to people last week about it, and I says the one thing that I will say about the Lions is I think teams can dial up kind of what they're doing because their O-line is not as good as it was. So people aren't, loading the box because they don't fear. Gibbs is still doing him, but I feel like Monty's not Monty this year because of whether he's not seeing the holes right or whatever. But getting him back, this guy even injured at 50% is better than Graham at 100%. Getting Ragnow back is going to do so much for this run game that teams will now have to respect our run game. Like there is no more of, oh, hey, okay, Gibbs is in. Now we have to do this. Like Ragnow coming back just took this O-line from the bottom of the league right to back to where we were when Ben Johnson and those guys were here.
Professor, school's in session, so we want to go to somebody who can educate us all. With Ragnow returning, Miles Frazier coming back, and I get we don't know what we're getting with him. Marcus Davenport coming back. Terrion Arnold coming back. Is this the closest thing to Willis Reed coming back in the NBA Finals and whatever it was in the 70s to win the championship?
Man, I'll have to say this is probably one of the biggest developments in Lions history as far as someone returning. And I have to agree with you, Hutch Jr. I have to put this on the level of a Barry Sanders or a Calvin Johnson coming out of retirement. This is something, and we never thought we would see that from that type of Lions player. Like once they leave Detroit, they retire, they just kind of just hang it up and just ride into the sunset. And oh my God, I was losing my crap. I probably scared my son. I have some autism. I was jumping up and down, hooping, hollering on my freaking kitchen, like, what? Oh my God. I could not believe it. Like, I said, this is the best Thanksgiving gift I could ever give. I could ever get. Like happy Thanksgiving. Like, all Lions fans should have the best Thanksgiving ever. Like, this should be the great. I mean, this news on Thanksgiving Eve is bananas. Like, when I saw it and they had to retweet, they had to say, this is real. This is
right.
Yeah, I think it was Ian Rappaport or one of the other guys that said this was real. And then all of a sudden it just started breaking. Like it's coming back. And all the Lions beat writers were saying, oh my God, they were freaking out. Everybody was losing their crap all over the place, man. But this is because they're saying he's in shape, ready to roll. So he quite possibly for the Cowboys game. I mean, like, quite possibly.
Well,
I mean, you bring look at it.
You bring up a good point. I'm just wondering if this is the third spot that they opened, because if everyone remembers, they opened 3 spots yesterday.
Yep, they did.
So Davenport is probably 1. Frazier is probably 2.
And then
is this the third one? Could he play them? I mean, we don't know what shape he's in. I don't think he plays tomorrow. But what a Thanksgiving treat if Ragnow was in there tomorrow. That would be.
Because you look at Pascal went from a full participant to a did not practice.
Right.
So, and we talked about this more. I'm like, well, maybe they just kind of rest them game a day. But then this breaks. I'm like, maybe that you are absolutely correct. This is probably the greatest breaking news that I have witnessed in Lions history as far as something that's being positive. The other ones were Barry Sanders walking away and Calvin Johnson walking away. Those 2 breaking news was like heartbreaking for Lions fans. But this one, you know what I'm saying? And Frank Ragnow return was a pretty big pill for us to swallow earlier this year. Oh, but hearing this, what? And like, I can go into Thanksgiving Day. I'm already thankful for so much, blessings and, my family, my kids, you know what I'm saying? My grandkids and my wife, my son, not in any particular order, because I don't want to say that, but just being able to look at this and say, hey, the Lions have a clear-cut road to Santa Clara, man, out there to Levi State. They got a clear-cut road.
Yep.
You get as we're getting. Think about this time last year when we were winning all these games, right? But it was still kind of bleak because we're winning with the guys from Home Depot. Like, we're winning with guys from the doggone Carl's Jr. parking lot, so we picked up a guy, saying he was picking up a Carl's Jr. with cheese or something. And hey man, can you play linebacker? Okay, yeah, come on, man, we can get you in there. But now we're getting our guys back healthy at the right time, right for a playoff push. And this happens. Oh my goodness, man. It's and when Dan sent the link out, he's like, "You want to come on the air?" I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Hell yeah, yeah.
Hold on. I'm getting it right now. Breaking news: Kurt Sales just lost all of his endorsements to Home Depot.
Yep. Hey,
all right, so Hutch Jr.
For Ragnar, I'll give them all up, man. For Ragnar, I'll give them all up. Go ahead, Hutch.
Right. Hutch Jr. All right, let's throw this at you. Like Professor Steele already alluded to, we're getting a whole lot of people back. Now, Frank Ragnow, how long do you think the Lions have been aware of this? Best guess.
That's very interesting because I would probably imagine this has been in the works because, I mean, I think this has just kind of been on Lions fans. Like, come on, Frank, please come back. We want you back. Like, no better time than now. We really need you. I'm really wondering how long ago they called Frank and kind of put this in his ear. I wouldn't be surprised, like, maybe if this was one of those things of – because, some people retire, right? Like, some people retire and they're like, man, I missed the game. I want to come back. I think for Frank, it was just maybe he wanted to retire, let his body heal a little bit. He's still young, so this might not be one of those things where this is a one-year deal. This might be one of those things where they kind of gave him his time to heal, said, hey, when you're ready, or if you're ready to come back, give us a call. And like I said, I really don't give a rat's ass if they paid this guy $70 million to come back. I don't care. Like, That's how much he means to this O-line. So for him to come back, from that tweet right there, it says he's ready to roll sooner rather than later. Has he been in the building with these guys working and it's just been like the best secret under wraps that no one knows? Like, this is monumental news to keep under wraps that no one knew. Like, if Lions beat writers didn't know about this, which is hard to believe, or if they knew about this and they had to keep it under wraps, props to them, man. But like I said, this is like Barry Sanders and Calvin coming out of retirement for the Lions right now. Like, especially in the run that they have like right now with the team. I mean, it just does so much more for your offense. Jared Goff now has time to find those J-Mo balls down the field, opens those holes for Gibbs. Monty can be his power back. We need 2 yards or 4 yards or 5 yards. Monty can power through, and our O-line was beat up. And Graham, I love Graham, but he's just not a center. He's getting up, he's going to be that kind of, and I think that's where they kind of told Graham, like, hey, man, do you want to be a depth piece? And he probably agreed, and then they got this guy. So huge news for the Lions, man. Like Kurt said, I am thankful for a lot in my life, but no better time to be thankful as a Lions fan than get Frank the Tank back, man. This is – I'll be pretty disappointed if I sold my Thanksgiving tickets and he comes back. I'm kind of being stingy. I want to see his first game against Dallas. So, but hey, man, as Lions fans, I think we can all agree we are thrilled and happy.
The Gaz Man has joined us, Johnny Gaz Sports. Shout out to his channel. Hey, real quick, Johnny Gaz, let's get you into the conversation with Professor Steele, and then obviously we got Hutch Jr. joining us. How big of a deal is this for the Detroit Lions fan base, the team, the front office, the whole shebang?
Oh man, what's up, Professor? What's up, super fan? Thanks for letting me join in with you guys. I appreciate it. It's like a celebration of the masses right now, man. It feels so good. I think I heard Superfan say it. I just wonder, like, if he's been mixed in a little bit, or obviously have they had conversations, and how quickly can they work him in? I mean, I don't know if anybody expects him on the field on Turkey Day. Did you guys get into that at all? I mean, was there any possibility? Or are we talking weeks down the road?
Let me tell you, we're just in scramble mode. Yeah. Nobody has a clue anything. We're just best guessing it all here.
Yeah. I love it. Well, listen,
it could be tomorrow. Graham Glasgow is actually been declared out already.
Oh man, yeah, that's going to be tough. So that's going to be a mad scramble for the Lions in tomorrow if he's not in the mix. But I guess long term, then, Dan, just to answer your question, I mean, this is the biggest offseason acquisition or midseason acquisition this team could have made. I mean, it solidifies, I think, the middle of their interior. Obviously, they got to work out what happens on the left side. I think they either stick with Coyote or they roll with Ratledge on the right side. I mean, they could still mix things up. Now they have a lot of options. Obviously, with Ragnow and All-Pro in the mix, it just makes things so much easier for the Lions offense.
All right, let's go to Superfan Hutch. man, if could you see it where the Lions actually get Frank the Tank Ragnow into the mix tomorrow?
I mean, I could. It'd be very wild in NFL terms to announce a unretirement and put him in a game the next day. I mean, I don't know if that's ever happened in NFL history. I'd be interested to know. But with Graham being out, that could be the tall tale sign of Frank's just like, you know what, pat me up, let's go. You know, I'm ready. It's not, he's only been gone since June, you know, so I'm sure he's in shape. I'm sure he's enjoyed all of his hunting and fishing trips. You know, what better time to come back and win a Super Bowl and then retire again? If we win the Super Bowl because he comes back, retire. I don't care. Thank you. Thanks for your service. Love you, Frank. I would love for this to be like a 2-3 year deal till we figure out our next center. But yeah, this is like he said, this is like the best mid-season. This is like Brad Holmes. Like this is like Brad Holmes of like, okay, hey, he's not a DN, but this is who you got. Thank you, Brad Holmes. I don't know what you did to get this guy to come back, but thank you.
You know, let's go back to you, Professor Steele. In your best guess, assuming that he just said tomorrow or yesterday, hey, you know what, give me all the free Mountain Dew I can drink for life, I'll come back. How fast do you honestly think he can get back on the field?
I guess from what the reports are right now, I'm reading from Adam Schefter, will be next week versus the Cowboys. But they're saying either the Cowboys game or the Rams game. So we're looking at probably Tristan Colon tomorrow.
Okay. You know, your idea there, how much of an impact do you think Cologne can have? Because we get it. Packers front four, it's no joke, Professor. What do the Lions have to do? Yeah, I mean, I just kind of flashed up there the injury report. What do the Lions have to do to slow down, spell that Packers pass rush? Because you got a whole lot of guys out for them. You got a whole lot of other guys that are beat up. It seems like, you know, both these teams have been through the meat grinder.
Yeah, they're without their starting centers as well. So it's either going to be a defensive battle or a score fest, one of the two. So you look at this. I look at this game. The only thing I like about Tristan Colon is that fact that he's been in a starting center in the league before. So, you know, it's not foreign to him. Where you have Glasgow, who was he played center in college 1 year in the NFL, but most of his career is at guard. You bring in a guy who's a traditional guard. I mean, a center. I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? As long as he can call that protections out, it's going to be on Goff tomorrow. It's going to be on Goff to call all the protections, all the, you know, slide and everything like that is going to be on him 100%. But I got faith in our guys. So, you know, it doesn't change what I would think for the game for tomorrow. I think it's going to be another close game because they're beat up. We're beat up. We got, you know what I'm saying, half on 6 on one hand, half dozen on the other. So it kind of is what it is. They got a backup center. We got a backup center. So it's going to have to be what it is.
You know, let's throw this at both you, Superfan Hutch, and then also Johnny Gaz. Whoever wants to go first, just raise your hand and let the other one know. How big of an energy shot is this to the entire Detroit Lions team?
Yeah, I think this kind of, even if it's not this week, I think it gives them some powerful motivation towards the next several weeks. I mean, like you said, Professor, they're going to have to figure
Johnny,
it out.
You sound like you're getting a little choked up there. If you want to cry, it's okay, man.
I'm excited, man. It's Frank Ragnow coming back.
All that excited.
Yeah, I think it's a shot of energy for the entire team. I mean, the offensive line was hurting so bad. You had Taylor Decker going through it. Penny Sewell's been battling. I mean, and we know what's been going on with the interior three guys. So the bottom line is they have some relief in a sense of like, okay, we got a fresh body. But not only is it that, it's an all-pro body. So I mean, we are running with it. Hutch, go from there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Gaz hit it. I mean, I guarantee you, Panay, Decker, Hank Fraley, Jared Goff, I bet they're all right now sitting on a couch drinking a beer, celebrating because of the news. Like, Jared Goff is probably hugging Frank Ragnow as we speak right now and telling him welcome back. Like, who else better to protect Jared Goff than his all-pro center? I mean, he's probably thrilled. He's been hit enough. He's been sacked enough this year. It's time to give Goff a little break, get him off his back. And, you know, I would not – would Dan – the other person's probably thrilled about this is Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell loves this guy. Dan Campbell now, because he's probably looking at the play sheet that had probably 15, 20 plays and say, hey, we only got these plays to get the ball out. Now we got 100 plays to get the ball out with Frank Ragnow coming back. So, Monty's probably thrilled. Monty's going to get those runs that I think we're all missing. There's times where I'm like, why is Monty not in on these 3rd and 4s? We just didn't get the push in the middle that we were getting with Frank. And you could just see it. Glasgow just wasn't. He was getting beat, or I felt like he didn't know protections that well, things like that. So huge news. Love it as a Lions fan. This is like the best Thanksgiving ever, So you know what? And Dallas did get bigger in the middle, so it'll be nice to have him back for Dallas. So
yeah, definitely, man.
All right. Oh, good, Professor.
Shout out to the Lions social media team, because the last tweet was Frank Ragnow running out of the stadium. It was like he was leaving and he was coming into the stadium, and he had the back of his jersey, and they tweet the reverse was him coming into the stadium today. With his finger up, man, saying he was coming back, man. This is crazy. But thanks for having me on, Dan. I appreciate it, man. This is something special. Definitely.
Hey, I want to give thanks to you, Professor Steele, for being on it, because I was literally about ready to hit the button and go on news with something else, but then it's Super Johnny on the spot got it over. So, all right, Let's give our parting shots here. We all see the final schedule here. We get it. There's 6 games left. Johnny Gaz, let's have you go, then Professor Steele, then Superfan Hutch. How big of an impact is this, in your opinion, on these final remaining 6 games?
Yeah, I think it changes the outlook for the remaining 7 games. I obviously, this game on Thanksgiving is so big, and I don't expect him here, and I think it's going to be a battle. But if they can get through this week, I think it just projects very well for the next upcoming games. So I feel very confident now in their rushing attack and how they protect Jared Goff, the things that they can do. Professor, you said it. It's on Jared Goff today. I think it's on Frank Ragnow for future weeks. So that's a plus.
Professor?
I'm looking at the rest of that schedule, man. I am super pumped because none of these games really scared me. Maybe the Rams game, but now going up against that defensive front with Frank Ragnow, we can hold our own with those guys.
Right. Hutch, what do you got?
Okay, I'll just say we're going to be 9-4 heading in LA. Bookmark it. Let's go.
All right, everybody.
Book it.
Book it indeed. Hey, Professor Steele, thank you for getting everybody this information. Hey, everybody out there, if you would be so kind, why don't each of you, one at a time, Johnny Gaz, get us going, Professor Steele, then Superfan Hutch, tell everybody about you, where they can find you, support your content, and your great information. And by the way, Professor Steele, once again, man, thanks for getting this information out to the fan base. Man, talk about Johnny on the spot, somebody with knowledge beyond all others. That might be him.
I love it. He's ahead of the game. You got to love that. I'm just at Johnny Gas Sports, all Detroit Lions all day. I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you, Dan.
Definitely, man. You know what it is. It's the Professor Kurt Steele. That's not just my title. It's my job. And I'm over at the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. Come check me out. Me and my guys, LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones. They're in our chat going bananas right now. But come over, check us out, man. We do Mondays and Wednesdays and then lives on Friday. And then we do our game previews on Saturday. Just come hang out with us, man. Have a good time, man. And appreciate the Do Crew, because the Do Crew migrates over to the Boss Up Ball Out podcast right after the Lions Talk Live. So, man, shout out to the Do Crew as well, man. And to you too, Coach Jones and Johnny, and my man Superfan Hutch.
Superfan Hutch?
Yeah, as always, you guys can find me on here, man. Make sure you guys follow these great content creators. This isn't an easy, we do this for you guys, and we appreciate you guys checking into all of our channels. So these guys do good work. Dan, thanks for having all of us. You can find me on Facebook, The Lions Den, and then always you can find me on X with all the Lions news at Superfan Hutch.
All right, everybody, have yourself a great day. Enjoy it. Do something kind for somebody you don't know. Everybody go celebrate the fact that Frank Ragnow is going to come back, and we'll see what this does for the team. But it is the playoff push. 6 games to go before we hit pay dirt. Let's get there. Everybody, be kind to somebody you don't know. Be a good human being. We'll see you on the next Lions Talk or whatever respective content creator you're watching. Watch their channel and support them. Hit the like and subscribe. Talk to you later.